Yo, what's going on, guys? Dominic here with Ignition Hub. In today's video, we have my friend's 2019 Challenger RT, and you already know what we're gonna do. We're gonna go over the exterior, the interior, and the specs of the car. Now, what I really like on these things are the halo lights. I really like headlights on cars. I think it has, it's that distinctive look, like what gives a car a personality in a sense. The headlights, the body lines, everything that flows together and makes it look the way it looks. These have these really nice daytime running lights, as you can kind of pick it up on the camera, these halo rings. And also during the day, they have these daytime running lights, or I don't know if they're fog lights or what Dodge calls them per se, but instead of it being white, it has an orange ring around there. So that's also a little distinctive thing that you can tell. And also, I will go over some of the differences of the standard Challenger versus the Hellcat Challengers, because you can't really see up here, maybe in B-roll or when my guy comes by and actually looks through the car, you can see that this is blocked off. In Hellcats, they actually have an extra air duct that lets more air flow through. And also with the hood, this is a functional hood scoop. It does let air in, but the Hellcat, of course, because it has the big supercharger, it has to have more air going through it to, feed that supercharger and give it more air. Obviously you have, the intercooler down there. You have the RT, road track badge. Even though I don't know how much tracking you're gonna do with it, a Dodge Challenger. I mean, they had their, in their own right, they're a quick car, but I don't know how quick they are around like a corner, you know what I mean? So now you got the traditional RT that's been around, for ages. You got the nice Challenger badging. Really nice front end on these cars, very distinctive. You will know what this is when it's coming up behind you. It's a really nice car. Also on the side, it reminds you what kind of engine you got in there. It's a Hemi, 5.7 Hemi. It's good for about 375 horsepower, about 400 torque. Really respectable numbers. I mean, this car is weighing in around 4,100 pounds, so by no means is it the lightest car, but it's a muscle car. That's what it is. It's a big American muscle car. Following along the side of the car, you got the traditional Dodge body style. This is the Challenger, this has been around for years. Even in older generations, it follows the same body lines. The 2019s, which this is a 2019, some things have been changed from the previous models, like the hood has been changed. In the 2018 and under, it had these little smaller scoops on either side. I like the 2019s better because it has one big duct going in there. Like I said, distinctive look, really nice look. So going around the side, you got the Hemi badge. Around the back, it has the distinctive taillights. These have been since the 1980s or whatever, how long Challengers have been around. They have not changed that design. I mean, they are LED now, and they have that, distinctive boxy look, but overall, it's pretty much the same taillight design. You have your backup camera there, which this car does have somewhat nice technology in it. For being an American muscle car, it does have, comfort features in it, which is also really nice to have. But that pretty much sums up for the exterior. I mean, it is a Challenger. Not really much has been changed throughout the years on them. It's a nice body style. It's simple, and it's a really aggressive American muscle. It's true to the name, Challenger, Charger, all of them. The Dodge brothers and their big horsepower V8 American muscles. So now I'm going to be talking about the interior and how comfortable it actually is to sit in. It's more of a, I'm going to say, what's the word I'm looking for? Grand Tour, as not really a straight line, but it's a comfy car to be in. So I'm gonna head over to the interior now. All right, now stepping into the Challenger, you can definitely tell how big of a car it is with these huge doors. They are extremely heavy, and they're solid doors. You can actually feel some solid weight on these things. Stepping into the car, this car is massive. I mean, the room you have in here is insane. The bolstering on these seats are huge. They snug you or hug you in place. Like I said, more of a grand touring style of car. You can just sit back and relax and drive in here. Like I said, it's massive, all the space you have here. I do like the center control stack here. All your stuff is pretty simple. It's laid out nicely. This is powered by an 8-speed automatic, single clutch, really nice transmission. It is smooth. You do have power shifters up here mounted. Transmission is not the most responsive in here, but they are there and they are mounted to this wheel. Nice like metal / plastic finish on them. Nice. You have all your controls up here. You have Bluetooth down here, radio controls, cruise control, standard stuff you would see in a car. This does have the smaller screen, so this doesn't come with navigation. I'll turn it on and see if this pops on maybe. Oh, you do get the Challenger. That's also cool. I didn't even know that. You have the Challenger and all the gauges light up. And you can see, let me start it up real quick. So it's actually, this car has had a mid-muffler delete, which was $150. I would recommend anybody to do this on this car. For $150, it's probably one of the best mods you can do to a Challenger. So like I said, you have the infotainment screen up here. Really nice layout. This is standard in most Dodges. You can find this in any GM pretty much product. So you have your apps. This has, like I said, no navigation, but it does have the Apple CarPlay, which is nice. And you have your standard stuff on here. Nothing that crazy, nothing that special. Let me see, what else do we have? If I cycle through the menu, you can see tire pressure, you can see the speedometer, and just a simple storage, simple messages pop up there and trip and all that. This does have a backup camera, so if I pop it in here, you can see it pops up there. It's not the best resolution, but obviously it's nice to have something there. Most cars have that standard now. But that's about it. I'm gonna hop out now. And we're gonna look at the engine. Also forgot to mention, this car is finished in a Go Mango Orange, which is a really nice color. Has a nice contrast with the wheels here. There's 20-inch standard. You can find them on most Dodges and stuff, but nice gunmetal rims on there, 20-inch big boy rims. Now trying to pop this. Cameraman, help me. I'm stuck. Hey, there we go. All right, so like I said before, this is a 5.7 V8 Hemi by Dodge. It's good for about 375 horsepower, 400 torque. It's also paired with the aftermarket intake my guy put on there, which is nice. Probably gives a bump of maybe 10 horsepower or so, nothing crazy. You can get a tune on these. They can make maybe an extra 40 to 50 horsepower on a tune and some small stuff done. This does, like I said, have the mid-muffler delete that's done to it, so it lets a little bit more air flow through the exhaust system, which might add a few horsepower. Obviously nothing crazy. This is all like small numbers we're talking about here, but that's pretty much it. Everything's pretty much covered up, and you can just tell how big of a car this is by looking at the engine bay, because you have, if you can see here, maybe an extra 1.5 feet just of extra room because of how big this car is. The engine actually kind of sits back, I want to say maybe 2 feet from the actual front of the bumper, so it's a big engine, lots of room in there. But that's pretty much it. I don't know what we're gonna do for the next video. It might be an Audi, might be an older BMW, or you might go to a dealership or something. Let us know in the comments below what you want to see. If you have any recommendations, want to see a car featured or whatever, just let us know. But that sums up this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and